For number 8, to get this arc, we need to take 360 minus this 232. If we subtract, we get 128. Okay, now angle X is going to be 128 because this is a central angle. And the central angle and its arc are exactly the same measurement. Okay? In number 9, this is an inscribed angle because the vertex is on the circle. And so to get this arc, we have to multiply this by 2. And if I multiply 46 by 2, I get 92 degrees. Okay? So from here to here, this is 92. Now, because these two are congruent, these two chords, these arcs are also congruent. So I would subtract 92 from 360 and get that amount. That would give me 270. So 270 goes from here all the way around to here. And then I would divide that by 2 because I know those two arcs are congruent. And that would be 135. And then we have degrees for arcs and angles. Okay? In number 10, this one you have to understand that this is a 90-degree angle because these two chords end at the diameter. So if this is 90 and this is 58, we know that a triangle can add up to be 180 degrees. So I would add 58 and 90, and I would subtract that 148 from 180. And we get 32 degrees. In number 11, if you have a quadrilateral inside of a circle, the opposite angles are supplementary. So I would add these together, and I would equal that to 180 degrees. Okay, so 2x, if we combine like terms, we get 110. If I subtract 110, I get 70. So x is 35. Okay. In number 12, for this one, okay, I know that these two chords are congruent, which means that these arcs right here are also congruent. Now, we could set up a big equation and say this plus this plus this plus this equals 360. That's one way. Or I could add up these three, subtract that from 360, and then set that answer equal to 4x plus 20. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to say, okay, it was 95 plus 95 plus 30. That is 220. So I'm going to subtract that from 360 and get 140. Okay. Now, if I subtract, nope, I lied. So that's 140. Okay, so this arc right here is 140. So I have to set this equal to 140. So 140 minus 20 is 120. And then if I divide by 4, we get 30. Number 13, this was right at the end of day 4 notes. And you can go about this two different ways, but I would take 360 minus 268, and that gives me 92. So if I subtract 360 minus 268, that gives me that this arc is 92 degrees. Now, to find the angle measurement, you have to divide 92 in half. And that would give me 46. And because this is just x as the angle, that's 46 degrees. Okay, and number 14, for this particular theorem that we learned about, you would add these two arcs together and divide by 2. So we would get 140 divided by 2. So my angle measurement is 70 degrees. In 15, you subtract. So the big arc minus the small arc equals the angle. So 70, well, big arc minus the small arc divided by 2 equals the angle. So 70 minus 40 divided by 2 is my x. And so that would be 30 divided by 2, which is 15. In number 16, you would do x times 10, so 10x equals 6 times 5, and x would be 3. In number 17, it's a little bit trickier, so you want to, it doesn't matter which one you start with. So I'm going to say the outside piece 8 times the sum of the entire segment. So 8 plus 10. And then here, the outside piece times the sum of the entire segment, 9 plus x. So here we would get 8 times 18, and then 81 plus 9x. And if I multiply, we get 144. Subtract 81 and get 9x equals 63. So x equals 7.